Well, hello, everybody. My name is Roger, and this is your daily tarot map for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016, using tarot to create the life you want. Well, happy hump day, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week. And now, before we get started, I wanted to thank you all for liking these videos, for sharing them on your social networks, for subscribing to this channel, and for watching every day. I really appreciate all of your support. So this week we are working with the Ancient Egyptian Tarot created by Clive Barrett. And the three cards drawn randomly from the deck today were the Star, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So the first card in our draw today is the Star, which depicts Isis kneeling on the bank of the Nile, pouring water into two different colored vases, one silver and one gold. Now she's looking to the left, left of the card, which often symbolizes looking to the past. So the Star card is about hope and optimism, and it often appears after a time of chaos or confusion in our lives. You know, for those of us coming from such challenging experiences, we might be feeling a little bit unsteady at the moment or out of sorts, which is perfectly normal when one has just gone through a harrowing or difficult experience. But what the appearance of this card does is it lets us know that the burden is past and that we should turn our thinking to new possibilities. Now, in the card, the sky is crisp and clear and full of stars, suggesting that we face the future with a view that's clear and unclouded, free of illusion. And you know, it's often these illusions that get us into trouble. So our next card in the draw is the Three of Wands, whose formal title is Lord of Established Strength. Here we see a man in meditation, watching the coming dawn, watching the sunrise. So he may have been there all night, but he's now refreshed and ready to tackle the new day. And that's what the Three of Wands is all about. It's about moving from a state of inaction to action, from planning stages to the implementation stages. You know, it's time for us to establish our strength, which may have been put to the test by recent events in some of our lives. So this is one of those cards that asks us to turn to the future, to take our past experiences, even the bad ones, and build from them. You know, if we screwed up in the past, we now know what not to do. So in this way, we can change our course of direction and try something new. Maybe we're asked to meditate on what our next step will be, much like the man in this image. Making a list and brainstorming can also help us find clarity. Now, the last card is the Seven of Cups, in which we see a woman being attended to by servants. The woman appears to be in deep thought, as if she's trying to make a decision. And that's the Seven of Cups actually often has to do with making choices and choosing between different possibilities. But the thing with the Seven of Cups is that all of the choices may not be good ones. In fact, one of the traps with this card is that what many of us see as choices are, in actuality, fantasies. For instance, telling yourself that, well, I'm going to get this job, and in a couple of months, I'll end up being manager of the department, and then leading up to manager of the entire division, and within 1 or 2 years, I'll be president of the entire company. Or thinking that somebody you fancy is going to end up marrying you, moving to Europe with you, and then bearing all 6 of your children, all before you've even asked the person out. Now, we saw this idea of illusion earlier with the Star. Now, this Seven of Cups is ill-dignified by the water card next to it, so its effect is kind of weakened. So, as such, it cautions us to think clearly and to be realistic with our expectations. Now, sure, we should shoot for the stars, but our decisions and choices probably should not be governed by the fantasies and illusions that some of us have built up in our head. Actually, most of us, because we're all guilty of that, building up this ideal scenario. So the Three of Wands asks us to put together a workable plan, and the Seven of Cups then advises us to scrutinize that plan to make sure that it's realistic and viable. So the message today for these three cards is, it's been said that mirages enchant us up to the very moment where we die of thirst. Today, let's work on shedding all those fantasies and illusions that bind us, and instead construct a realistic and workable plan for the future. So today's advice card comes from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid, and the card drawn randomly from the deck today is Home. So the Home card can indicate the stability and security in our lives, and this does make sense in light of today's reading. The Home card might be advising us that we need to perhaps come down to earth a bit and then focus on the material. We all need to have dreams, and it is those dreams which urge us to strive forward. But we want to be realistic in our dreams and to ensure that they are workable on the material level. Dreaming about being president of a huge company isn't really attainable if you have no business experience, no business education, and aren't willing to obtain it. Having huge dreams is wonderful. We just may need to make sure that we take all the prerequisite steps to attain them. So you may first need to take a management training course or acquire a business degree if we plan on being CEO of a huge company. So today, maybe ask yourself, what is the future that I imagine? And what is the first step that I need to take to bring that dream closer to reality? And that is your Daily Tarot Map for today. If you like this video, I, again, as always, would really appreciate it if you click the like button. And visit my website at tarot-dude.com, where you'll find all my contact information. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Brightest blessings.